Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Underground Albums, where we review upcoming artists and their bodies of work. Hope you all are doing well today. Hope you guys enjoyed the last video I uploaded. Let me know what you guys think. Honestly, it was the track of the day for Caroline Riley. That was fucking crazy. I really did enjoy that one. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to check that out. While you're here, like, comment, and subscribe for this video. Let me know which other artists' albums or EPs you want me to check out, and I'll probably more likely will. You can message me, put it in the comments, or the links to my Instagram and social medias will be down below. So just be sure to message me there. That's like the easiest way to contact me. I want to have open communication with the audience here, because without y'all, there is no me. Sorry, my phone was going off. I was checking. Caroline Riley actually just saw the video I watched. So yeah. Anyways, we're not here for that. Underground albums. Today's album is Entries in My Diary by the local rapper Real. Real was an artist I reviewed a little bit back. I had to re-listen to some of her stuff to this morning to get a good vibe of why I did enjoy her music. Because I do remember enjoying her stuff, and I can now listening to it words. I see why I like it. She had good flow, good style. She was chill, very laid back, and but she still felt very poignant. And so she has 3 albums. I'm pretty sure, she has 3 albums. And the albums we're gonna listen to is her most recent one, her 2020 record, Entries in My Diary. I do know that it is kind of dated. It is 2 years ago, but I still think it'd be accurate. I'd be accurate enough to review it as a body of work for her, especially in comparison to her more recent records. It's 10 songs, just under 26 minutes. So you know the drill. We'll listen to each song. We'll talk about each track, and then we'll talk about the album as a whole, and then we'll rate it. If you want to listen to the full album or any of the songs off the album in their entirety, be sure to go check out her stuff down below. Support her, because like I said, I do remember that she did kill a lot of shit on this stuff. So I expect good things from this. I expect good things. I watched the Reach of Anthony Fantano video where he debated Los Pollos TV on Drake's new album, which I thought was ass. And one of the terms Los Pollos used is that you never heard of Drake and Driving. And literally one of the songs on here was called Drake and Driving. I guess he wasn't capping. Shout out Los, man. But to get started, we'll listen to the first song, Stuck in My Ways, intro.
I'm stuck in my ways. And I don't think I'm going in my ways. And I don't think I'm gonna change. I face a woman in the mirror every day, see her pain and the tears down her face. Kissy Twas on me. Nigga on the dash. Middle finger to my past.
Oh yeah! I'll turn nothing into something. That's what pain do. You talking that Drake shit? Not a bad intro. It's dramatic, has that very champagne poetry-esque type energy. Basically talking about how can't, obviously, as the title says, stuck in her ways. Moving on, all the trials and tribulations she's gone through to get to where she is now, and to get where she wants to be one day. Not a bad start at all. Next song is I Can't Take It.
Heard my voice, put a pain on that. I can't sleep, sound insane on that.
No, it doesn't sound insane. I actually don't sleep at all, so I get that.
Thinking roles overcame the fact. I've been feeling like Jaden, sometimes I hate it.
Oh my god, a Millie on repeat. The first lines with affirmation. Wait a minute. A Millie lyrics. I'm a young money millionaire, tougher than Nigerian. Oh my god! Nah, she's spitting. She gotta be different. Hey, whoa. Well, I'm chasing dreams like I'm meek. I know a mill's waiting. Wait! I can't sleep, sound the same on that. Okay. I feel that. These feelings ain't getting in the way. This fueled a song or two. I like that. I like that. Talking about how she, directed the negative feelings, the energy into productive movement. I respect that.
All these hungry nights.
I need a sticky since I'm going nuts.
That can of hormones was my mental. I've been breaking. Too much weight on my shoulders I can take.
All right, that was cool. That was cool. That was a cool track. Nothing too crazy. I kind of expected that, you know what I'm saying? I expected it to, we're building up to something. We're building up to the bangers. I like the energy on it, though, because while it's, like, very chill and laid back, like I said, her inflection can kind of make it feel kind of, like, dull at times. But you as chill as it is, you can still feel the hunger and drive and passion to get something more in her voice for sure. Not a bad first track, but hopefully, we're building up to something. We're building up. Next track is Balcony Vibes. Oh man, she's going for these soul samples. Huh? Oh no, oh no, oh no. No, hold on, Miss Gordon. Hold on. She's got the Drake drums. She's got the Drake diary drums, which means she's about to spaz. Views from the 6 head at. Ah! That mean mug will get you mugged. Stop staring. Oh my god. That slick gangster talk is crazy. I'm sorry. Like, I believe her. Like, she got the 9 on her. She stays strapped in no New Jersey twerk. Oh my god. Oh shit. I was sicker than Walter. I was Breaking Bad. Wait a minute.
It's always lazy, ironic. Running on at the mouth from get commas. I had to raise my standards. It was overdue. Or to match, I pay broke till I'm paid in full. That's how much that I can't
Okay.
do. One day I face it. I see changes every time. I'm just trying to clear my
She's
mind.
flowing. The way she flowing. I like this beat though. Oh my goodness. That was cool. That was cool. That had some very biting bars on there. I'm sicker than Walter. I was Breaking Bad. Again, following that same theme of just, being hungry, going through hell and back and prospering through that. Talking about the ambitions, the dreams, and what they have to do to get there. Talking about the inner circle. Talking about, the monsters, losing their mind and glad they found it. Giving me very Drake-esque type vibe in terms of just, like, the beat and all that stuff and how narratively it was. She isn't ripping off Drake in any sense. It just reminded me a lot of, like, Drake when he gets in that little diary bag of stuff when he starts talking. But she flowed very well. I liked how she flowed and it rode the beat very well. Nothing sounded awkward. Not bad. I'm not mad at that song. Next song is, speaking of Aubrey Graham, Drake and Drivin. Hello?
Driving.
Okay.
You don't see your hotline bling. I'm upset. Calm through. I'm in energy.
Okay, I see what she's doing. So she's basically rapping, right? It's about Drake and Drive, right? And she's gonna list a bunch of his songs through the thing. Okay, like she's already listed Hotline Bling, In My Feelings. You know what I'm saying? Do You Miss Me? Nothing Was the Same. I'm Upset. And Energy. You watch battle rap. I see what you do. You scheming. This song about to be a whole scheme. I might like this one.
Understand this wasn't God's plan.
Okay. That bass is heavy as fuck. I'm on my worst behavior. Marvin's room? Okay. Oh, yeah. I like that. I like that a lot. That was clever. That was a unique way of doing a song where you just took one artist and you listed a bunch of their songs while telling a story of a heartbreak and all that. And it's so funny. What other artist would fit that besides Drake? Especially Drake, being, he gets made fun of for being, like, so simpy and all that stuff in a lot of his songs. It makes sense that she chose Drake for that kind of scheme. That's like an entire scheme as a song. That's some creative writing. That's some genius stuff. But then again, it goes to show her history as a writer when she was a poet first. Because I do remember that being the case, that she was a poet first. And so you definitely can see her intellect and her purposeful writing really shining through. Next track is Blocked Again, Interlude. The person you are trying to reach is not accepting calls at this time. Please try your call again later. Yo, these soul samples, she's really just talking. I like it though, because it is a diary format. It's entries in my diary. So these other songs, they do feel like she's just having that conversation, and you are just reading something.
Options won't call them. We both have problems that's worth solving. We both live hard. That's our problems out.
That's true. That's true.
When the cycle's gone and
should have called this a song, man. This don't feel like an interlude at all. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, that was cool. That felt more like a song, actual song than interlude, but I like that. Basically, you know, toxic relationships, you know, and talking about again getting blocked again, and really just talking about how a toxic relationships and the toxic dynamic, and how, you know, that can lead to issues, you know, long lasting. How both people in said relationship have the issues that you feel like needs to be talked about. And it's like this repeating cycle. This repeating cycle of just, oh, you get an argument, you block me, we're back together. Those very like these like every person in an on and off relationship would more than likely know how this feels. Next song is More Time.
Take some time. We last forever.
Oh.
Ever. You been like that. See, I wish I had more
Oh
time.
no. Oh my god. Bro, this just has that wait for you energy. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh man. I will just say, like, her voice is so soothing that I want to get hyped for some of these bars that she's making. She's talking crazy right now. And it's so hard to. It's like her voice is so relaxing. She's not boring, but in that way, people could say that she is. But for me, like listening to her voice this long, it does make me want to go take a nap after this, just because of the like how it's just as hungry, as motivated as she sounds in certain songs and stuff. All of them really have this chill, tranquil, underlying peace to in her voice and her inflections and stuff. Like I said, it sounds more like a calm conversation and a confession, like entries in my diary, tying back into the theme. It sounds more like a confession to like a therapist and just talking, speaking of things as a matter of fact, regardless of what the topic is. It's just very like chilling and very chill, just very relaxing. I'm just like, I would be wild and I'd be like, holy shit. But like I don't know what it is. She's just very soothing, like a nice stream flowing down a river. Oh man, I will wait for you. I will wait for you. I like that song. Very regretful. Sorry. Very regretful. Sounding, basically talking about how like I wish I appreciated you more. You know, I was so focused on work, I lost you, and I realized that you're the most important thing to me. And if you gave me one more chance, I promise I'll give you more time. I wish we had more time together so I could show you how much I appreciated you. Realizing how much I took said person for granted, and wanting them back, longing for them back. I like that. It's a very vulnerable and honest song. It does feel like you're reading this would be written in a diary. So thematically it's fitting in, and narratively it's fitting in perfect. It gives you that very wait for you future vibe. When I'm gone and I keep it real. And especially with the sample, it's like I will wait for you. When you're drunk is when you tell me how you feel. I will wait for you. When I'm gone and I keep it real. Next track is the second interlude, huh? Back to back, huh? Back to back like I'm on the cover of Lead the Weapon? Okay. Dear Love interlude. Oh, you got the guitars. Oh, no. The flamenco Spanish guitar is crazy.
Now, babe, I wish I had more time. We're connected. I'm just hoping you're a blessing, not a lesson.
Okay.
Sincerely, real. Wish I had more time.
I feel like that could have been expanded upon as a whole song, in just my opinion. It's good for what it is. That little auto-tune effect kind of fights the guitar sound a little bit for me. Like, it feels too combative. It doesn't really blend that well. I love the guitar, and how she flows over that interlude is very nice. Ain't much I can say about it besides, not bad. I like it. It's just too short. I feel like that was one of those things that had the potential to be a full fleshed out song, especially if you're gonna write it like a letter, be like dear love. That should be a fully fleshed out letter, in just my opinion. But it does work. 2 tracks left. Next song is You Deserve It All.
I don't say much. But your beauty is so. I hate you been crying. I want you beside me. Come close, don't fight it. You can feel it.
Oh yeah.
I want you on my life.
Get vibey with it. Get vibey with it.
But I paid all to see you smile.
Oh yeah. Love don't cost a thing, but I paid all to see you smile. It's just the slickness of it, right? It's just the smooth slickness and the way she just slides that beat in. Like, yeah, I just said that. I'll let you catch it later on tape.
You've been tripping about the time we don't spend it. Hold me down, we ride.
I'm really getting the intimacy out of this album so far. That's the biggest thing. It does feel very personal. It does sound like more of like you gotta really listen to the song, whether it is a song where it's just like bangers of where you're just like, oh, she's just spazzing out. It's much more like you really do have to listen to what she's saying, which is cool. But I will say it can make the album feel and each song feel very formulaic, especially with every song being a soul sample damn near. And I'm enjoying it. I'm just speaking in terms of other ears. I could see what if people would call this boring. The same way they would call J. Cole boring, even though J. Cole obviously is fucking fantastic. Something that just pointed out to me. And the final track is Eyesoulated, but it's spelled E-Y-E-Soulated, so Eyesoulated.
Somebody notice, afraid to ask for help. When I've been at my lowest, the closest to me folded. So
This is what I'm talking about? This is what I'm talking about? Yeah! This is my one.
I don't know what to do. I've been trying to call a few. So much been hurting me.
Yes! This is what's my one. This is what I needed. This is what I'm talking about.
That's the longest time to come up. I manifested these blessings, I feel it coming.
Oh my goodness.
I swear I feel unstable. I'm in a matrix, can't escape it. I need help, but somebody come and save me.
A day away from padded rooms and medication is wild. That's some shit. Wait a minute. Puffy eyes, heartaches, and irritation. I feel isolated. Wait a minute. My brain is doing a thing. Oh, I get it. So Eyesoulated, right, is spelled I-S-O-L-A-T-E-D. Real spelt it E-Y-E-S-O-U-L-A-T-E-D. Eyesoulated. I get it now. Basically talking about how alone her soul feels and how she what she sees herself going down a dark path, essentially, and sees herself mentally breaking down and all the pain and anguish and getting over said trauma from being homeless, all the heartbreaks, and trying to use that to fuel her path into music. I like that. That's I tell you, man, she writes like you gotta catch that shit on tape. She a battle rapper, I'm trying to tell you. That's a groovy guitar. Okay, so that was Real with Entries in My Diary. How am I feeling about this overall? I like it. If you're looking for an album with bangers of just being like, oh my god, this is some shit I could just bump to, in terms of just that type of music, this isn't the album for that. This is an album that's a lot more intimate, a lot more honest, a lot more vulnerable, which I could definitely appreciate. Talking about, again, traumas that she hasn't gotten over, from being homeless to having anxiety of always having to keep the 9 on her, the GAT on her, to toxic relationships, to self-doubt, to mental instability. And this does sound like you definitely have to listen to this and really take in what she's saying, because her inflection never changes. There's no yelling, there's no which is cool, but I also think it would sell the message home if she did change her voice inflection from time to time. It does sound like it's just a regular conversation though, which again I'm not mad at. I enjoy that. It does feel like you're sitting across real and they're just talking to you about this, like you are her therapist or you are the actual diary, and you're watching them write the words down instead of just really reading it. It does sound a lot more like you're watching it happen in the moment. Her beat choices made a lot of sense. Very Drake influenced in terms of like every time, since these all are like entries in my diary, and they're very diary type songs. While there's a few of them that I'm like, okay, these are vibey. That last song I feel like is definitely the most animated instrumentally wise. That's a very heavy Drake influence in terms of where it's like, champagne poetry, 4 a.m. at this, 7 a.m. on Bridal Path type shit. I do like Drake and Drivin a lot. It's a very clever way of writing a song. It shows that her experience as a writer, period. Taking, songs in Drake's discography and kind of using them as segues, as lines about a topic about heartbreak and saying, "Do you miss me?" and all that stuff. I'm in my feelings, energy, nothing was the same, God's plan, all that stuff. I really do like that. It's very clever, slick writing. Her inflection is very chill. It's again, like I said, it feels very soothing. But at the same time, you still can hear the hunger and passion and the drive to be great and do greater things in it. I could hear how someone could call this album very boring and very, because it is kind of one dimensional in a way. I wouldn't go as far as to call it boring. I would just call it as you have to. There's a certain setting for this. Like if you wanted to just cruise on a late night drive, you could play this album and just be chilling. Like I personally, that's how I see it. It just wouldn't be something you would be bumping at a party per se. But I did enjoy this. I did enjoy this. If I was to give it a rating, I give it a decent to strong 5. I think it's really really well done, really well put together. The writing is really well done. I just feel like if you gave it a little bit more flavorful instrumentals and possibly a few voice change inflections, then I feel like it would take it up a lot. But production as well, I might even bump it up to like a light to decent 6 maybe. But I still really enjoyed this record. It's a very very it has a lot to dig into. Lots of biting bars. I do overall not a bad body work at all. If you wanted to listen to the full record in their entirety or any of the songs off this record in its entirety, you can go check out real stuff in the description below. Her Instagram as well as her music. Also check out my music, Ain't No Grave, my debut single, and my music group, The Balanced Ones. Like, comment, subscribe, share with all your friends, all that stuff, please and thank you. That being said, this was another episode of Underground Albums, Entries in My Diary by Real. Stay safe. Love y'all. Bye-bye.